Hi everybody, my name is Anthony Diaz, co-founder of the Newark Water Coalition. We're back again with another video for our docu-series. Today I'm excited because I'm joined with organizers from the Newark Water Coalition. And not only are there organizers with the Newark Water Coalition, but everybody here is 21 and younger. These are some of our youngest leaders, some of our youngest volunteers, and they're here to give you a perspective on not only the NWC, but organizing with the NWC. So let me allow this esteemed panel to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Manuela Duarte. I'm 18 years old. I live in Newark and I go to Science Park High School.
Hi, I'm Ravi. I'm 21 years old. I live in Newark and currently attending Rutgers University.
Hi, my name is Ravin. I'm 19 years old. I currently live in Newark. I recently graduated from Technology High School and I'll be attending NJIT in the spring for biomedical engineering.
So to jump right into it, a lot of people have misconceptions and conceptions of the Newark Water Coalition. So I'd like to say that, these organizers haven't been prepped by me. They haven't been told what to do. I did tell them on the criticism question, they may make me cry, but it's whatever. So what does the Newark Water Coalition mean to you? And anybody can jump in.
The Newark Water Coalition to me is like a place for misfit toys almost. Like people who don't know where to go just kind of flock to us. So it's kind of just like a gathering place to do things.
Why do you think it's a home for misfit toys though?
Well, everybody I've met there at least always has like a story outside of what they always show or tell. There's always like something going on at home or something going on at school that nobody really understands about the Newark Water Coalition. You at least find like one person who has like something similar you're going through or can relate to in some level or something. Just a place to hang out, and even if you're not doing anything, it's still like a part of just, I don't know, it's like an ongoing party.
I like that. That's beautiful.
I think to me the Newark Water Coalition is it's a way to when I'm there, it's a way to give back to the community regarding clean water. And I think clean water has always been an issue for us at home, because I remember in school there was never water, or I never drank enough water because there's like not enough access to it. And getting back and trying to be a little bit more healthy in my life, the Newark Water Coalition has just been a place that emphasizes and promotes the drinking of clean water.
Yeah, like what Ravi said, it's like a way to give back to the community, and it's a way to get involved, and it's like a type of mutual aid thing, and then like a lot of like people like to build a community and like meet new people. I think like that's like the main point.
Okay, thank you for that, because I appreciate that, and I agree too. I feel like the NWC is the home for misfit toys because we're all like fucking weird. So what is it that you get out of the Newark Water Coalition, or for showing up to distros or any of our events?
For me personally, it's a place where I could practice like any skill I have, or to meet new people, or work on my just how I am socially. So for example, I help out with the Newark Water Coalition TikTok. That's a way for me to work with video editing, making content, or interacting with other members of the Newark Water Coalition. And there's a lot of other things I get to do. I get to practice organizing, being a leader in different roles. So for me, it's just building up myself as a person.
Oh, that's beautiful. I definitely agree with him. Not to like all the same points, but it's definitely like a place where you're being educated on different things you wouldn't think you'd need education on, like networking, meeting people, getting to know people's life story and how they're, it's always different than how you may perceive it at first. It's definitely a place to gather new skills, or just to even like get out of a shell you didn't think you would get out of. That's all I got.
It definitely helped me build like my social skills and leadership skills, like they both said, and it's a way to like meet like-minded people, but also us to like grow as a community as well. Like I think I've really grown since I started.
Single tier. Is there any way that you feel the Newark Water Coalition has made an impact in your life? And for this question, what I really mean is maybe not just like your day-to-day interactions, but maybe like your personal life, your family life, anything like that. and don't share everything that you don't feel comfortable sharing with. But I'm very curious about that.
Well, at least for me, it's really like, like Manuela said, it really like upgraded my social skills, or just getting out of my comfort zone, doing something new. I don't know. So it's just like all the weird and different random things we do. It's always different environments, so we're always just like changing, or to adapt to whatever event we're doing, or even like going to the farm. Who would think just a bunch of random people going up to the farm doing agriculture and stuff like that, and we could be going consistently. So I don't know, it's really changed my life for the better, I guess.
I think similar to what he said, growing socially as well. But most of my life I've been more of like a recluse, not having many friends, not interacting with many people, always keeping to myself. And I think the North Water Coalition has been like a catalyst for me in becoming more of an adult, or entering adulthood, and interacting with people, growing as a person, specifically working with a lot of people and managing what I want out of my life. So for me, the North Water Coalition has been a way that I can kind of explore my life and find things I want to do.
Yeah, I definitely, like, the most impact it had, like, I have so many new experiences, like, working with the North Water Coalition, like the North Water Coalition, like, introduced me to a lot of other organizations, like, and it like, introduced me to, like, the world of, like, volunteering, community service, and something that I will definitely take with me, like, through college and, like, the rest of my life.
If I can add too, it's also been just a comfortable space.
So, this question is, what is your biggest criticism of the Newark Water Coalition? And I want you to be as honest and as transparent, as possible, because I think for a lot of people, it's Anthony Diaz and his merry men of trios, or whatever the fuck, people say about me. But in actuality, I think that there are a lot of criticisms that I've had of the organization, and that some of you have even shared with me. So I think it's important that we share that with others as well.
So I don't know. It's really hard to like say. There's definitely like a lot to change, but I think we're all changing this our golden era. This is the period of change. All right, like you guys, like you started 3 years ago. You've been through like the basement of a church, and now we're still in the basement of a church, but a better church, a different church. So people are coming back, and people are coming back consistently. The only thing really is, I don't know. You can't be more transparent, because like you're already as transparent as you can be. Very inclusive. You give all the volunteers opportunities to do whatever, or you at least whatever opportunity you have, you definitely share it out. I don't know, man. Come back to me.
I think organizationally, there's definitely a lot of work to be done, but I know that's difficult to say too, because a lot of the personalized experience you do get at the North Water Coalition, it comes from the kind of lack of organization, and there's a lot more opportunities for people to take charge and people to do different things, and all the random stuff we're kind of doing comes from that lack of organization.
When you say organization, do you mean like structure-wise?
Sort of. We don't really have a structure. Is also like a main thing. So it's confusing. If you need something from the Water Coalition, just Anthony. That's who you go to. That's the only person. And it's like, if there's other people with like other talents or other skills that can help, there's no really way of knowing that. There's not a lot of other people that you can go to in the North Water Coalition that for sure like is someone I can rely on or go to for help. And also communication-wise, communicating what we have, what we're doing too, that's also a bit lacking. So it's just small little things like that. But I feel like don't let those like overshadow the benefits of the
No, too late. You hurt my feelings. No. I think those are fair criticisms.
I think maybe just like outreach and like not so much like advertising, just like getting the word out a little more so people like know like what we're about and stuff. I think that'll be something that we can improve maybe.
All right, I find all of those criticisms acceptable. What would you say is maybe the best project or best memory you have of working with NWC?
The most memorable thing for me is actually something you said to me. It was when you told me that communication is an extremely hard skill and comprehension is an even harder one. And I think that stuck for me for like a really long time. And I still think about it all the time because it is hard to like talk to people and it's hard to understand people. And it's for me, it's allowed me to like work on how I communicate with people or how I communicate my needs or what I want out of someone or a relationship or anything.
I don't think it's just like one big moment that I find memorable. I think of like the day to day, like every Saturday, like coming in. I think it's like really fun, like every day. And it's like something new every day, kind of like just like hanging around, eating, talking, like having fun. It's just crazy fun every day. So I think it's just great.
It is very like surreal because it's like, oh, it's already Saturday again. Every Saturday, it's like, and then. Saturday we do our thing. We have a lot of fun, and then bam, it's just back to like the mundane days, and then it's Saturday again, and here we are doing something else, doing something new. It's very hard to choose like one memory that sticks out because they're all uniquely different in like a good way. There's no like one above the other. There was like, oh, this is just an NWC moment. I was here to witness.
It's like a weekly Last Supper.
Yeah.
Wait, what? That is a terrible analogy. Anyway, moving on. And I'm very curious about this question because I've had this conversation with organizers in other organizations, but I'm very curious, do you consider yourself an organizer? Why or why not? This is something that I have conversations with organizers and other organizations because we're really a community group and like a grassroots community group. So I'm very curious to know, like, do y'all consider yourselves organizers? Why or why not?
I hope to be one day. I don't think I'm at that levels right now, like so far, but I think like I'm just like a volunteer right now, like really low level, but I hope to like be like you one day, start my own organization. I don't know.
So why, that's interesting. So what do you think would be the difference between volunteer and organizer?
I think I don't know, they have more connections and like they're able to like like communicate them to people and like have their like own ideas and stuff and like just like get people involved and like volunteers like very individual and like they like are not like part of a community per se, but they like can join like multiple, and they're like like a free agent kind of, but like organizers are like like the leaders basically.
Interesting.
If I was like my only volunteer, I'd consider myself an organizer. But it's right now for me, it's really hard to figure out that how to organize a lot of people into doing something that either I'm passionate about, or rather finding something I'm passionate about too. It's very complicated. But I think like for me that's like my main issue. If I ever find something I'm passionate about, then maybe I'd consider myself an organizer, because I feel like an organizer has a lot of people like they're working with, or a large group, and I think that's why they're called an organizer.
Definitely not. I'm probably like far from it, because like I've met like a whole bunch of different organizations and organizer. Some might be lacking in like a lot of aspects, but there's still like, to be an organizer, you need that ability to lead people to a cause, even if like, let's say the cause is like really bad, whatever, right? It's just that leadership skill that, like I have a dream, will you follow me to this dream or make this come true? And maybe I'm like a Padawan, just training, I guess, just mastering the arts side by side,
You really, okay. That's deep. That's pretty deep. It's interesting hearing that from y'all. My perspective, or my opinion is, I believe all of y'all are organizers. And it comes from this, at least my personal opinion on this subject really, is that what I've seen out of other organizations and other organizers and activists and things like that is oftentimes they're playing this character, or they're playing the role of organizer or activist, and they're not actually doing the work. I think there is a fine line between like just doing the work and actually like starting your own organization, which I think is a little bit different. I think the way that y'all work together each Saturday is a form of organization or organizing.
But I guess that's what makes NWC like special altogether, because it doesn't like it doesn't like leave anybody's idea out. You know, everybody's able to give an idea to a cause, or you know, whatever they want to do. It's like, you know, you'll back them, and somehow, no matter, you know, what it is or how long it may take, they always have a voice, you know, at NWC. So I guess like we all have potential to be an organizer, but it's just like actually, you know, doing it, because everybody at NWC has been, you know, very like they come back every Saturday. They're willing to put in the work, and so yeah, everybody has like potential to be one at NWC.
Yeah. I'm an organizer in the sense that I'm part of an organization.
Yeah.
I like that. I'll accept that. So the last question is, what's your hope for the Newark Water Coalition?
For you to gain immortality and lead us forever.
That is a terrible answer, but okay. All right. I'll accept that.
Yeah, adding on to that, I hope that we can like grow and expand to like even bigger than we already are, and like, I don't know, like just be like a massive community like full of people, and like help more people get more like distro sites and everything, like maybe like go like around the country or like the state or something. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, like, I definitely want us to grow and, you know, expand everywhere, but even if we don't do all that, I want NWC to at least make like a mark on history, so it'd be like, oh yeah, there's this organization that did this before, you know, like they were different than the rest. Just leave like a mark. So even if we don't like end up growing or expanding, just be like as crazy and weird as we can and hope for the best.
I want it to be like a law, an international law, and it's gonna be NWC. Water is always free.
Water is always free.
Yeah, water is life.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
So lastly, if there's any social medias you want to drop, any other groups you want to promote, any last final things, this would be the opportunity to say it.
Mr. Apiary in the sky, our Queen Bee Marcy himself.
And follow the Newark Water Coalition TikTok, Newark WC.
Shout out to the NWC.
All right. Thank you for joining. I hope you got a lot out of this. I think I learned a lot, especially, you know, I believe young organizers are the future. And if we're not pouring back into them, we're doing a disservice, and we're going to continue to get caught up in this cycle of oppression. So if y'all have young organizers on your team, on your squad, please make sure you do the best to promote and lift them up and give them the resources to be successful. Thank you for tuning in.